Group 3. Group members are Harshit, Ritik, Ritvik, Preetham, Karthik, and Lavanya. The main aim of the project and the given parameters were like about site planning, site preservation, landscape features, interventions during construction phase, planning, building design, including energy systems, provisions for renewable energy systems, material selection, structural systems, planning for efficient water and waste management, operation maintenance, and happiness index. This is a site plan showing different built up spaces within the site and open spaces. The some of the preservation measures which are taken where the building blocks were built along the contour lines than the against it, creating a wetland biofilter at the southern portion of the site to collect the rainwater inflow and wastewater, since that was the lowest portion of the site. The landscape measures include the provision for pervious stone paving, where the water seeping through will be collected and recycled in water treatment plant or will be sent to the hydroelectric pump. These are some of the sections and 3D view showing it. Coming to the renewable energy system, the traditional concept of thunder catches was used. That is, the Dwaja Stamba scientifically captures positive and negative ions present in the atmosphere and hence widen the energy fields present in the temple vicinity. Storage of electricity concept, the copper plating or koppal in its pure form are usually used for the Dwaja Stamba. Renewable energy systems, the hydroelectricity, electricity from thunder, interconnectivity water bodies, independent of city-based electric grid system, usage of copper alloys for the thunder catches, concept similar to Dwajastamba and Tesla coil. Interventions during construction phase. In today's, proponents of technology have pointed to lack of automation and adoption of technology as primary reason for the industry's poor performance. Usage of things like drones and exoskeletons will make it, like which is a part of automated construction of prefabricated homes. Coming to the robotics, it's another technology that is becoming increasingly important to construction management. Today, robotics can be found both in manufacturing and on-site things. Then to the material structure selection, it is in the structure and the interior, the superstructure and substructure. The reason behind choosing a particular material is because of its keeping in mind the location, the objectives, the costing, and the aesthetics that it gives out. The climatic issue here is excess rainfall and excess humidity, and physical issues is loose soil due to excess water content, noise pollution, and air pollution. For the substructure, the foundation used is pile foundation, and these are some of the details of it, showing how piles have been reinforced and made, and the concrete beams. This kind of pile foundation is used for wet soil conditions, which is why it is used here. The materials, this is a detail of where the pile foundation is used, detail at A. The wall, for the wall, air cleaning bricks are used as an external wall surface. This construction element can purify air as well as acts as a sound absorber, as the inner wall is to be bamboo wall, which acts as a soundproof material. This is a section of it showing how wind flow takes within the wall. For the roofing, copper roofing is proposed. It is a natural material that has been used for covering roofs for centuries. Many medieval buildings and churches were roofed in copper, and some are still intact today. This is a material study that we have done on different materials and the costing per each of it, like on different grades of cement used, different companies, bricks and the roofing material, and different aerated blocks and cement blocks. Based on its size, it differs with the cost per piece, and the solar panel based on its size and the amount of electricity it can convert per hour. It has different costing. Coming to the structural system, engineered bamboo is used to create a sustainable design. A building system in which bamboo comprises of various elements and fills the structural role. Round bamboo columns acts as a main element to the structure. Here you can see different details of the column, which is made by engineered bamboo. Prefabricated bamboo wall panels are used here. Bamboo is a renewable resource. It is treated using environmentally friendly preservatives. The use of high energy embodied materials are minimized. Modular construction, where bamboo is situated to both prefabrication and fabrication in situ. All components are designed to be prefabricated. Next topic is about planning for efficient water and waste management. First, about water management, different interventions are done, like integrated flow channels, creating bioswales and collecting points for surface and runoff to supply potable water, wet area designed for water use and low flow fixtures, rainwater harvesting, rooftop and surface runoff. Permeable paving is used wherever it's necessary. In the landscape features, the artificial wetland or biofilter or bioswale is used. This is a section showing how exactly it works, where the inflow storm water is allowed to stand on the sand, where the aggregates are left and the water is absorbed, and then it is let into the collecting pipe, and then treated stormwater is released for the use. This can be done on site. This is the place where artificial wetland or biofilter is used, and since this is the lowest part of the site, by seeing the contours, and these are some of the water bodies which are created as a part of design, which helps in heat transfer from ground to from ground to water body by the process of evaporation. Rainwater harvesting is done, that is rooftop and both surface rainwater system. Wastewater treatment is also done, where stabilization ponds can be put up on site only. That is facultative pond, anaerobic pond, where different process happens, which takes time. Happiness index, lifestyle, health, and well-being. These are the drawings showing the amount of light within the building and in the open spaces. It is designed in such a way that play areas are shaded even during summers. It is planned in organic way to allow the winds inside the space and reduces the humidity levels in the air. The landscape spaces that attract children in the school to meet and enjoy the nature. The cultural mixed design used for the school to encourage the people to communicate more and build up a happy community. The water bodies used in the design lets in cool breeze in the interiors of the building. People like to enjoy exotic landscapes of nature, wide and open spaces with rocky pavements and lush green, which helps in maintaining a healthy environment. The rammed earth is used, which helps in thermal storage, allowing the sun to warm them in the day and then slowly release the warmth in the cool evenings. Vertical gardening could be incorporated as a green building and can use natural ventilation, which improves indoor air quality, and a green building can incorporate more daylighting, which improves productivity, hence maintaining a healthy environment. Thank you.